Hello, welcome to our program Analisi Diária, where we make analysis of Bitcoin prices with our software wild horses and current market data. Originally, our program is in Portuguese and we're increasing the number of English editions during the week for your better convenience, so stay tuned. Let's dive into the graphics. In the first one, we see here the closing daily price of Bitcoin quoted in Tether on exchange Binance. The prices are framed in channels that, according to our software wild horses, best describe its behavior. At the bottom of the graphic, you see a colored line that depicts the volume traded on exchanges Binance, OKX and Huobi, depicted and how many standard deviation they are trading above the average, and that gives us an idea of a possible strength of the move, if it is a possibility to extend its limits of expansion and retraction that it have presented recently, or likely not. What we see here is that the channel that is with slight downtrend was breached up by the closing prices in the last day, and that might signal an up move. And we see here that the volume that is associated with this up move is above average, 0.75 and 1 standard deviation. So what we see here is that yes, we have a possibility of continuing above the region of 4,000. However, we don't see a likelihood of breaching up the last top, namely 4,130, with this current level of volume. We would like to see some more strength, meaning that 1.5 standard deviations above average with orange colors in the volume. When we see this, we will likely to believe that this peak can be overcome by a move. Before that, we don't believe this is likely to happen, and we are likely to remain within this region 4,000, 4,130. However, if the volume moves back to average values, then we are likely to lose the $4,000 mark, and we are likely to be within 3,960, $4,000 as a region of congestion. And if the weakness is even bigger, then we might lose even the 3,960, looking forward for 3,900 itself. So let's dive in to what we see as a closing price for today, and our forecast is 4,007 according to our software wild horses. We see here the black line is the last 12 closing, and the gray line is our corresponding forecast for this model. And we see here that we are with an error or 0.55%, meaning we are forecasting correctly 99.45% of the closing price from one day to another. In this analysis, we consider only the last closing days, and we don't consider intraday moves nor even the current market values. So that's it for this graphic. Let's dive in the market, and we see here Binance, and we'd like to show you the weekly plot of Bitcoin quoted in Tether according to exchange Binance. And what we see here is that the weekly volume is not the weakest in the series. We see here that we had a very weak weeks in volume just before our fall down from the 6,000, 6,200 down to the 4,000, 3,000 place. So this region that we are currently visited, we are in a congestion region, and we don't believe that right now we are in a weekly accumulation, because the volume in the weeks have been decreasing. Right now we are in the middle of a week, and we are likely to overcome the previous week volume. That's a positive signal. Otherwise, we are likely to give in the prices and move back to slightly lower levels to be more compatible with the pattern of price volume that we have been observed in the later weeks. However, if the volume increase, we are likely to remain above the region that we are right now, above 4,000, but we don't believe we will overcome and we will breach up the resistance of 4,200, because the volume where we made an attempt but failed was much above the current value. It is depicted in this candle here. So it is our belief that the volume in the week needs to exceed this value for us to have a chance to exceed this price value here and to continue the move most likely back to the 6000s. However, we see a stop by 5600s before. So that was our analysis for today. We thank you very much for your attention. We're looking forward for more daily English programs, editions like that. And we remind you that it's important to have diversification in your investment, and perhaps you'd like to have a check at shiftgold.com, where you can buy gold coins and store them in bullion vaults. They have an agreement with Transcontinental Depository Service. They use it as a partner, so you can store it outside banking system, and that is likely to be a wise decision as well. You can always store it within your own premises. It is a choice that the client do. Don't forget to mention Brazil once you contact them for a special offer. Thank you very much. See you in the next program. Don't forget to sign up our channel and activate the notification for news of new videos like this one. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.